everybody. Me and Pa are on the road again, going to fetch a new washing machine. Hopefully, they said they had some in stock, so
yeah,
pretty scenery.
Yeah, we're getting some really nice, autumn leaves starting to come on good here. Probably another week. It'll be about peak week and a half. Usually about 10th or 15th of October. They're pretty much peak and starting to get brown, starting to go by. So we're heading to Cranberry. Mammy's washer finally crapped the bed. It's been making noises, and it's been a piece of junk for about a year. And she's like, I want to get every dime I can out of it, because our plan is we want to rip the downstairs bathroom out and gut it out and fix it, because money's been tight. So, but whatever. We're gonna start on it here pretty quick and rip that bathroom out and remodel it. So we were gonna take the washer and dryer, right?
Yes.
And get like a newer style. What are they? The front loaders? Stackables, whatever. Put them up in the upstairs bathroom. She doesn't have to go down in the dungeon in that old farmhouse. It's just like a gravel floor in it. And, it's just
gross.
It's an old house. What do you?
Old farmhouse.
But
some old things.
So anyway, it crapped the bed, and she's like, "Well, I'm trying to make it last." I said, "Well, God bless you, but she needs the right tools to work with too, So we're just going up to Home Depot and just get a cheap one, like cheapest thing they got, replace it down in the basement, and then you decided what, you're just going to leave it there and do my work clothes in it and this and that, and we'll get a new set and still have the downstairs laundry. If people come over or something, they get an extra laundry and it's there or whatever, and it'd be good to just do work clothes in, because my clothes are so filthy. But anyway, hey, I wanted to also update on, because I got a ton of response. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. You guys are great. I just, wow.
Isn't that a nice flag?
Yeah. I really appreciate, how people are on this YouTube gig, I got like a ton of people call me and just, well-wishers with this engine thing. I was just frustrated last night. I got thinking about it, and I knew it was the timing thing, and I got a new guy working on stuff, and Devin inherited this motor. Jesse ripped it apart to put the head on, and he left, and just whatever. You know how it is when some guy takes something apart and then the other guy tries to put the puzzle back together. So Devin's done a good job on it. Got in a little flap the other day with him about, I said, you got to pin them, because a buddy of mine told me that. You got to pin them to time. He said, I think I can do it without it. I said, all right, but I said, everybody's telling me you got to pin, you got to do the pin on the crank and make sure you're top dead center and everything. Well, I think, to be honest with you, it would have ran the way he had it. He was off a little bit, but it probably would have ran. And then because when we did pin it, we pulled the Jake bridges back off it and we pinned it. And I started doing that this morning. He's ripping the high pressure pump off the Peterbilt, because that crapped the bed. So it's been a lovely week here. Well, last week, whatever, too. But so I think he had it close enough to run. But you know what it was?
What?
Well, I got looking at it. I'm looking at this thing. Now, yesterday I noticed that the bolts were sticking up on the Jake bridges, And I'm like, that don't look right. So I bounced him. I said, what's the deal with this? He said, I said, well, we got to put spacers in or something. Well, anyway, I got looking at it today, and there's something wrong, because when we set everything back up, the valve lash and everything on the overhead, I started putting the Jake boxes back on, the two Jake bridges, and I set them on there, and I noticed that they're like sitting right on top of the valve. and like where the solenoid or the little piston pops down and pushes the exhaust valve open. That don't look right. I started tightening it down. On the big nuts, you got 100 foot-pounds, and then there's two little studs on them, on the bridges, and they're 60 pounds. So I didn't even get to torquing them. I'm just like tightening them with a short ratchet. And I could see them moving the one on number 6, and at that point it had been rolled over, so number 6 exhaust was open, rather the valve was closed and it was overlapped, it was just sitting there idle. And it starts pushing the valve down. I said, we got issues. I said, this thing, I said, go spin it over again. It did the same thing, no compression. Well, what it was doing, it was squishing my valves down and hold them open just a little bit. So I'm like, something's wrong. I said, see if you can find a picture of the, it was a Trumpy country. Yeah, you still see that all over the place.
God, guns and country.
So anyway, it was a 346D Jacobs bridge, Jacobs brake. So he immediately got on his smart doodad phone thing and pulled a picture of it right up. I said, all right, so what do you see? He says, oh my God, it's got spacers under it. I said, well, there you go. And we had the spacer washer up on top on the big nuts, because I didn't know, he didn't know. So anyway, he got looking around and he found 3 of the spacers. They're a big one, like a 4-inch spacer that a 7/16 bolt goes down through, the stud ones. And then the big washers, we had them. But anyway, we found 3 of them. I have no idea where the other one went. Whatever, got kicked around the shop or swept up in the dustbin, I don't know. But it's like about a 4-inch long tube with like a 7/16 ID, like a piece of pipe, thick wall tubing. So anyway, we ordered one from Cat. It'll be here in the morning. It was $20. So once we get that done, we can torque the jake boxes back down. But it did come right to life. It started right up as soon as I got done doing the overhead. So thank you everybody for all the help and the suggestions, and most of you guys were all right. So but it was the jake boxes down, without the spacers in it. It was pulling the valves down as you tighten it. I could see it while I was doing it. I was like, nah. So whatever, live and learn, I guess. But
yep, that's how you learn.
Thinking about it last night after a bunch of people made comments, and I was thinking about it. It's like, yeah, something ain't right, But it sounded like, I couldn't run it long, so I didn't have any water in it or anything, and it was spraying oil out, all over the valve cover. But it fired, and we let it run for a few seconds, and it sounded crisp. So I think we got the issue. But again, thanks everybody, and thanks for the subscriptions and all that. And I wanted to also mention the Bunyan show. It was fun. It was a great time. We met a bunch of nice people and saw a bunch of people that we knew, and it was great seeing them. And I also got a chance to meet the Southern Brothers, and they're 2 young kids. I think they've got 27 or 8,000 subs already, and they are awesome. You guys get a chance to watch these 2 young fellas. I got a chance to see them. They come up to the booth there where I was hanging out with Wade, the Eastern Loggers booth, and me and Mammy were there. But anyway, they come up to see Wade, and I looked over and I noticed those boys. I said, hey, those are those little Southern brothers. And the kids are like, I don't know, 11 and 13, and they're driving old log trucks on their own property, Their dad helps them, and what great little guys. I just thumbs up to you guys. And anyway, they looked up my channel later, and after I talked to them. But I got a hat. They signed it for me, and they gave me a hat. So God bless you fellas. I'll tell you what. And you guys get a chance, go check that channel out and subscribe to them. They are. It's just so cool to see these 2 young boys working, and their dad teaching them, and great.
Who was it? Stevie Ray's daughters.
Yeah.
Like us saying ta-ta for now.
Oh yeah, Stevie Ray's
Thank
little
you.
daughter. I think it's Ellie Mae. She's a sweetheart. She said said she enjoys it when Mammy and I say ta-ta for now. And I said, well, that's a Tigger thing, huh?
Yeah, right.
What if we call Tiggers on the other one? Buddy bear. So anyway, it was a fun time, and
And all them pumpkins, holy smokes.
Wow. Look at the colors. Look at that tree. That's beautiful.
We miss Susie and Kev
Oh man, I was so
from
disappointed. Susie,
Canada.
our little Canadian bacon friends couldn't make it, so
No.
that sucks. We're gonna try and buzz up to see them here, as long as we don't have to like quarantine for 2 weeks or something.
Yep.
But we miss them. We love them. They're really nice. They're wonderful friends, and the boys are so cute. And so anyway, but I wanted to tell everybody I got SD card for that stupid GoPro. It did work. It recognized that it worked. And we got there, and I don't know, I probably had, just short stuff, and I was going to try and edit. I probably had 15 or 20 minutes worth of stuff. I got back Sunday afternoon, and I was monkeying around, or Sunday evening, I was monkeying around trying to get my Quick Pro, or whatever it is. There's an app on my tablet. This is the tablet, right? So I'm getting that. It's supposed to recognize my GoPro thing. Got an app on it, and I can't. I got it to work twice, and it says can't find your camera, and you toggle. It says toggle and turn everything back off and back on and blah blah. I can't make it. Mammy can't figure it out. I don't know.
Technology.
I'm about to have
it's a wonderful thing.
My little granddaughter, she'll be able to figure it out.
Yeah, they'll be down.
I don't know. It just doesn't work. So it's supposed to transfer from the SD card. You can download it into this, and then I can edit it or whatever I want to do on this, or just put it up or whatever on YouTube. Well, it wouldn't do it. So
computer says no.
Yeah, so I pulled the card out. There's a thing on this. You take it out of the thing, out of the cover, and there's a little tray that you got to put a paper clip in, and it's real nice for my big stupid fingers. But there's a micro card and the micro SD card. So I'll get that later. So anyway, I take this out, and I put my card out of the GoPro in it, slide it back in there, and it won't recognize it. Apparently something's broken this piece of junk, because it doesn't even know it's got an SD card in it. It says no SD card, no SD card. It doesn't matter, I've taken it out. You can only put it in one way. It's like a smartphone. You put it in, so something inside of this piece of junk won't recognize it. So anyway, I go into gallery, and there's no new pictures in gallery. So I thought, well, maybe if I clear it, just clear that, it'll read that card. Well, it cleared everything I had on the card. It read it enough to clear it. But when I put it back over into the stupid, whatever that dumb piece of junk is, that GoPro, it was wiped clean. So there you go. I just can't win with this junk.
Look at all that stuff.
Wow.
Halloween.
It's a busy yard.
Yeah, it is. They sell it.
Anyway,
look at this nice clean truck we have tonight.
Yeah.
This sure isn't Pa's.
No.
That's Danny's, our
It's
son's.
my boys. We borrowed it because mine's got the welder, and I got no room to put anything in any of my trucks. They're all so full of junk, and they're so filthy and greasy. So I think we're gonna look for I don't know. Mammy and I were thinking about, because we got that little Jeep, and it's nice, but
Some a little bigger.
Maybe getting a, I don't know, like a Colorado, or I don't know, maybe even a full-size pickup. I don't know, something with
to pull a Talon.
Yeah, something that'd be good enough to tow the Talon and put the grandkids in the back seat or something. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know. We'll see.
I know what we're gonna do now. At Home Depot, we're gonna go get a washer.
Don't have any payment on the Jeep, and I hate to.
I know. Another payment.
It's nice to not have to pay. We paid it off, and it's still runs good, and it's got what, 70,000 on it.
Mm-hmm.
We've had it 4 years, but I mean, it's like we could run it for another 10 years. I don't know what we're gonna do. So we'll see. All right, guys.
Okay.
Well, good talking to everybody. Love you all. Thanks for subscribing and being interested enough to see what us old farts are doing. So, yeah.
Ta-ta
Thanks, guys.
for
Ta-ta for
now.
now.